If you're a small or medium-sized business and you're thinking about leasing out your very first space, you're going to want to keep watching. And of course, if you're also a landlord, a commercial landlord, you're going to want to keep watching as well because you might find this really useful. Today, we're going to talk about something very unique to commercial leasing, which is what we call the kick-out clause or the conditional termination clause, which might sound really scary up front and sounds like the landlord has all the power to terminate the lease, but there are actually certain provisions in place that can both protect the landlord and the tenant at the same time to make both people happy campers. Let's talk a little bit more about it. Now, having the kick-out clause in the commercial lease itself doesn't mean that the landlord has all the power, because this clause can only apply if you've set up the triggers in place. Triggers, for example, the landlord might put in something like, hey, if you don't pay the rent 4 months in a row, or if your sales keep dropping year over year, or maybe if you end up using the space for something other than what we agreed upon in the lease, that might be a basis for the kick out clause kicking in. And you as the tenant can actually use this as a negotiation chip, basically saying something along the lines of, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Landlord,